Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Sarah. Subscribe down below and hit that like button. I'm trying to get to 200 subscribers and I'm almost there, so your subscription means a lot to me. Today I'm going to be talking about a topic that is super near and dear to my heart, and that is acne. I suffered with acne for probably over 10 years before I actually got a hold on it. My journey was very up and down, but I struggled, spent a ton of money, and let me tell you, like, a lot of tears were shed over this, but I finally figured it out, and it was something super simple. So I wanted to share this, and if it at least helps like one person, my goal is like finished, because I wish that I knew this before, and this would have been like a game changer for me 10 years ago. Anyways, a little bit of history on my skin. It's really dry, super dry, but it can get oily in the T-zone during the summer and stuff, but like in the winter it's just peels. So all this acne medication and everything that you're using, like benzoyl peroxide, salicylic acid, all that was drying my skin out so much that basically how someone explained it to me was like, it was creating like a brick wall for my pores. Like, it couldn't get rid of the oil because of the layers of like dead skin from being so dry. So I kind of focused more on, instead of like really harshing my skin, being harsh with my skin, which could be Accutane, could be the like pumps that they give you at the doctors, antibiotics like wreak havoc on your body, like then like the salicylic acid and benzoyl peroxide, like all that is super harsh. So I was like, why don't we take a more gentle approach? So I went and saw a naturopath, and he obviously told me to go to like the natural store and get all these like natural things, and I was putting all this junk on my skin. And so I think in my last video about acne, it was definitely getting better, but it wasn't great, like perfect yet. And I did show like an oil moisturizer that I was using, so it improved, but not how much I would have wanted it to. So then I found this face wash. It's the Olay Oil Minimizing Clean, and under here it says oil free. So this face wash, I think, was just like randomly at my parents' one day. I think it was my sister's or something, and so I decided to use it, and one thing I really noticed was that it didn't make my skin worse. And for my skin, that was a huge thing for me. All here and all under here was insane. I never really had like the cheek acne, but definitely forehead, upper lip, around my mouth, but right here and down in my neck was the worst. So I used this face wash and my skin didn't get worse. So I was like, okay, we're making progress now, because it didn't get worse. So I kept using this face wash, and then I switched to the matching Olay Moisturizing Sensitive Skin Moisturizer. This actually usually comes in like a pod or like a pot kind of thing like this, but I have this one because my store didn't have the other one, and I have used the non-sensitive skin one, and it didn't work like for me as well. So sensitive skin Olay Moisturizing Lotion, this is like $8, this is like $6. So these two together were what I initially started with, and my skin, not even kidding you, probably healed in like 4 days. And this has been, like I said, years and years and years of acne. So then the next important thing for me was, I was like, okay, it clicked. I'm like, oil free, no more oils on my skin. So that was with my foundation then, because that was what else I was putting on, your primers, your foundation. So I used to always use the Estee Lauder foundation because it's super full coverage, and my acne was horrible, so I would wear this all the time to cover it up. So this is actually oil free, so I didn't have to move on from that. But a good dupe for that that's from the drugstore is the Maybelline Super Stay. This stuff has amazing coverage, and it's also oil free, and it's a lot cheaper, so good alternative. Now that my skin is doing so much better, I do use the Revlon Candid foundation, also oil free, or I've been recently using the Ordinary foundation, which is also oil free, and these two have less coverage than those other two, so I like them right now. But when I was still breaking out, I really did like the heavier foundations. So then after about a year and a half, my skin is really dry in the winter, and this stuff I find does not do the trick just because of how dry my skin is, and then the winter sucks the life out of it. So I did start incorporating the Ordinary products into my routine, and these are also oil-free. So I just have my little basket here of like my skin stuff, but one thing that I've added in every day, twice a day, is the hyaluronic acid. This is just super hydrating for your skin. Also the squalene, I love that word for some reason. The squalene surface hydration, that's a good one. And then I have also added in the lactic acid at night to peel away my dead skin, and I find this stuff makes my forehead look so smooth. I used to still get those like little bumps on my forehead, but this has completely cleared those up. And then if I do have a pimple or whatever, instead of using the salicylic acid or benzoyl peroxide, I use the niacinamide and zinc from the Ordinary, just as kind of like a spot treatment. And this made like the biggest difference ever. My skin feels so good. I still do get a few breakouts, like I have one here, but now I'm like that annoying person who every time I have one I'm like, oh, it's so big, but I'm like, remember where you came from, like years and years and years of acne hell. And like I was joking with someone the other day about how when I was in high school, if masks had been mandatory, I would have been in heaven because it would have covered my acne and I would have been like way more confident. But that's like how bad it was. And also I've got my sister on this routine, and we definitely have very similar skin. We both have really struggled with acne, and she's also going makeup free now, and loving it, and it really did clear up her skin too. And she was the one who was like, make a video, people need to know. So that's why I'm making this video, because it has helped both of us so much, and it's so cheap. And just the like, I see people struggling with it, like putting on all these different stuff and like rotating through it. I'm like, no, just keep it simple, oil free. I know that this is not going to be like the root problem for everybody, but it's definitely worth a try. Don't put anything else on except for these things, and just give it a try. Like, I know how I was with my acne, like I had nothing to lose. So try it out and let me know if it works for you, because this has definitely been the biggest game changer for me. Emotionally, feel like so much better about my acne, but also like financially, this stuff is so cheap, and I used to have to try out like new things all the time because I was just grasping for anything that worked. No matter how expensive it was, I didn't care, because I just wanted clear skin. So the fact that it is this price, I was like, oh, like my life was changed, seriously. I feel so much more confident now. If people came over to the house, I used to not want to go outside because I didn't have makeup on and I didn't want them to see my acne. Like, I was so self-conscious about it. So I really know what it feels like, and seriously, try this before you try anything super harsh. Gentle, oil-free, and just be kind to yourself and see if it'll heal, because this stuff works wonders for me. Anyways, thank you for watching. Again, subscribe down below, and I'll see you in my next video.